everybody? What's going on? Rob Cesternino back with you with a very fun idea that came up this week that we wanted to jump on and do here tonight. Of course, with all the attention of Cirie going into the CBS multiverse and coming out on Big Brother with her son, there's been renewed attention on which human will be the first to accomplish the feat of appearing on the CBS reality trifecta. Who will win the Triple Crown race and be the first human to compete on U.S. Survivor, U.S. Big Brother, and U.S. Amazing Race? And we will have a draft here tonight to see who can pick that person. So one day when the feat happens, somebody tonight will have bragging rights. We've got a great panel of drafters here to help figure out who will win the trifecta. Of course, back with us, noted reality expert, of course, from parade.com, among many other things on RHAP and post-show recaps. It's the great Mike Bloom. Mike, how are you?
I am fantastic, Rob. Here to talk about the holy trinity of CBS reality, the Filther, the Chen, and the Holy Probst.
Yes. Okay. All right. Well, Mike, great to have you here with us. Of course, I'm very excited to have back here the host of our Below Deck Wrap Up, Big Deck Energy with Chappelle, and then the Mess Magnets host, who are also a noted reality TV expert, Sasha Joseph.
Hello. So excited to be here. Just want to make it clear, I'm only here for chaos, so don't expect like anything actually from me.
Okay. No, we are expecting a lot. Okay. Sasha, all right, here with
Nothing
us.
serious.
A woman who was on the slop with me on Monday night when we came up with this idea. Of course, give it up for Maggie Morgan.
Hey, everybody. I'm so pumped to be here. I, like Sasha, am going to take this about half seriously because it's fun. It's fun. We're going to have fun.
We're going to have fun. Okay.
I can't wait. Let's do it.
Somebody's probably going to be right. We're probably going to have the winner of the person that's going to be the first person to, and the multiverse is crossing over. And then if somebody gets there, we'll get to who's going to be the first person to get the Grand Slam and get the Challenge USA also. Okay. All right. And we're so blessed to have here with us an honest to goodness survivor, a veterinarian, a hero. Here is Omar Zaheer.
Woo, 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 woo. I'm also a healer and a hustler. Just
yes.
So you know.
Yes. Omar, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. I had to race home from work to get here on time. My pants are still tinged with rabbit urine.
Okay.
But I'm here having a great time regardless.
That makes two of us.
Okay. You were in some sort of rabbit pressure cooker today?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes. Okay.
Omar, did you say racing because you're preparing yourself for your second of the CBS reality shows for you to be the first one to complete the Triple Crown?
Whoa.
Well, first of all, spoiler alert. And second of all, Rob's a monster for excluding the Canadian series. I like how he specifically went out of his way to say USA Power on air already. I think that's crap.
Well, I like how he also said human too. That really made me jog my brain as to like, will there be an inanimate object?
Chicken? Sure. There's definitely some people. Yeah. So
Julie
we just want to be clear. We're talking about U.S. Survivor, not Australian, any other international Survivor. U.S. Amazing Race, no other international editions of Amazing Race or international editions of Big Brother. Several people have been on 2 of the shows. No one yet has been on all 3. I do want to ask a question before we get into it. Does Celebrity Big Brother count?
Yes.
No.
I say yes. Let's vote.
Yeah.
You're outvoted. Okay. Celebrity Big Brother is on the table. Okay. That is U.S. Big Brother. That is on CBS. Yes.
Can we please, for the sake of dignity, combine? Can we treat the Wharton Bros as one entity?
No.
Oh,
what are you on? The rabbit piss has gotten to your head. You're doing too much. Please.
Okay. All right. So
I mean,
we will
like,
come up...
could it be if you were shown on all 3 CBS
No,
reality shows?
no, competitor.
If you were dunked on across all 3 CBS reality shows?
No, just a competitor, and that is those are the rules. We have to have the chaos can come after, but we have to have some sort of rules about what we are looking to find here tonight. And we will come up with our draft order in just one moment, but just a heads up that we have got a very busy fall schedule lined up because the CBS Trifecta is all going to be airing come October. It's also never happened where Survivor, The Amazing Race, and Big Brother were all airing simultaneously. We're in uncharted waters. And so we have a big season of Big Fall on Rob as a Podcast plan with 3 stops for live events, the first of which is going to be in New York City on October. Live for Survivor in New York City. So hope you can come out and see us then. Tickets are on sale for that show Wednesday, October 4th for the show. And it's also a separate ticket for the after party because we are not going to be able to accommodate everybody that comes to the live show at the after party. It's just that's hard to find a venue that could accommodate that many people. So it is a separate ticket for the after party. Then the live show. Also, patrons have the links to our LA shows, 2 nights that we're going to do in Brea, California on November 1st and 2nd. 1 night Survivor, 1 night Big Brother. Okay, so just a heads up there. All right. So I was told that Sam Moore had some unique way for us to determine the draft order here tonight. Sam?
Hello.
Okay, here is production coordinator Sam Moore is here.
Can I
And
draft Sam? I think it's gonna be Sam.
I mean,
I'm sure you will not be.
Finally, a Sam on Survivor.
All right.
Yeah, I know. 40 some odd seasons with that one.
Sam, it's my understanding you have some sort of methodology for us to pick our draft order tonight.
Yeah, so I was thinking through how we'd go about it. Nobody's won this previously or anything. So I came up with a question. It is a single question, kind of in the style of like a Big Brother quiz competition tiebreaker question. So if everybody has like a pen and paper, the answer will be a number. You want to get as close to the number without going over. If everybody goes over, closest one wins. And whoever wins picks the order for everybody. So I'm going to keep it nice and easy.
Okay.
All right. So I went through and I looked across all 3 shows. How many individual people have competed on all shows combined?
Okay.
And so, for instance,
what is the pool that we're drafting from?
Exactly. For instance, Cirie, 4 seasons of Survivor, 1 season of Big Brother. She still counts as one person. That's one person through all the shows. So I went through and, took into account what other shows people have competed on. I've done my best. I think I got the right answer. I learned some new things today.
Mm-hmm.
So there were some people I did not know were on certain shows at some points, but hey. So this is an educational podcast.
While we're doing this, I also just want to say, because this is a question that has been in the works for a while. And I think what's so interesting is I feel like this is the closest we'll probably get to it, considering this is the first time, obviously, that all 3 shows are on at the same time. They're all milestone seasons, 25, 35, 45. All 3 shows are also cast by the same team as well. And so I do think, as we've seen very recently with some crossover, that if there is any possibility of someone actually finishing off all 3, it has to be now, while one person is kind of the keeper of the keys of CBS reality casting.
All right.
And so, just for the record, this is what Survivor 1 through 44, Big Brother 1 through 25, Amazing Race 1 through 34. I did not include OTT or Celebrity.
Okay. All right. And this is without going over or closest to the pin?
Yeah, closest without going over. And if everybody goes over, then whoever's closest.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Everybody ready?
All right, let's do one at a time reveal. Yeah. Okay. All right. Sasha.
Oh God. Okay.
I don't think Sasha's going to do well at this, and I love Auntie, but
I will not, and that's fine. I will go for 1,000.
1,000. Okay.
Wow. Okay, June.
All right.
You'll win because everyone else will go over.
Okay, Omar.
This is Kevin Jacobs' wedding invitation. I don't know.
Yes,
if you can
okay,
read
but
it,
your green
though.
screen.
It
You can just say what it is.
1686.
1686.
Okay, I was really nervous that I was gonna be like so high, and I was like, "Am I stupid?"
Hey.
971.
971.
Wow.
Mike.
I was gonna name it after that like game, that swiping game that everyone did back in the day, but then I forgot the name of it, so I just wrote 1024.
1024.
Yes, I like it.
I am on the high side. I said 1701.
No.
Sorry, Omar.
All right. So the winner is. They just did that. It is Mike Bloom.
Oh,
Really?
Not Omar,
It is.
that's for sure.
Omer was the closest.
No.
He was off by about 30. The answer was 1,652.
Okay. All right. Mike Bloom. Okay. Thank you. Thank you,
man.
Sam. Okay, Mike Bloom.
I
Okay,
cheated and used my
you can pick the order. Now, one quick thing about the draft order, that it will be a snake draft. I know Omer is always very concerned how the snakes are handled on CBS reality. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But then the third round will be then the same order as the second round was, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 once again. So if you have the first pick, you will pick first, 10th, and 15th. If you have the fifth pick, you will get 5, 6, and 11. Okay, just because it's kind of screwed if you get to get 5, 6, and 15. Okay.
All right. So I'm the Jesse Tannenbaum here. I am the one who is casting right now.
Yeah. You're the
Okay.
Captain Phillips.
All right. Well,
Omer should go last, right? For his
well, no,
shading already.
So I want to start with Omer because Omer is in an incredibly unique position, considering that he is someone who probably is definitely aware, and we also have never heard him talk about these shows in a concerted effort as much as a bunch of us had. So like, I just want to get his opinions off the top here. I will go right after him. Let's see. I will have. I mean, Sasha and Maggie are both going for the chaos, but I'm gonna go S and M. We'll go Sasha, then Maggie, and Rob. Since you love that snake idea so much, let's have you make full use of it and go last.
Okay. Great. All right. So Rob will pick 5th, 6th, and 11th. Okay.
I like this. Thanks, Matt.
All right.
Thanks.
So, all right, Omer.
Okay, I'm shifting. You called me Matt. I'm just shifting you back now. I'm switching Sasha with Maggie.
No, it's done. I did it on purpose. Anyway, because I'm mad. I'm third, and Omer's not last. Anyway.
But Sasha, I'm actually rooting for you.
You came for me. It's over for you.
I mean, it's true. But
Okay. All right.
But
Big
it's
Brother
not
is starting in 90 minutes. So let's start to get the show on the road. Okay. Omer, you want to get us started?
My first pick is fucking Bowie Jane. I'm kidding.
Crackhead.
My first choice
He's
is
gone.
from Big Brother. I think the hardest transition is getting onto Survivor because Survivor is the most picky, but I am going to risk it for the biscuit here and go for someone who needs Survivor to complete the trifecta. It is the queen herself of Big Brother, Janelle.
Janelle.
Okay.
Great
All
pick.
In an
Great
era
pick.
where, we're loving a little bit of cross promotion. If there's ever a Survivor that includes other reality CBS contestants, she is getting a call and she's hungry for the island.
Yeah. So, all right. Omer, you brought up a lot of interesting things there. Now, this is the time we are in the Paramount Plus era, as Mike and I have discussed many a times that Paramount Mountain is a thing. And the multiverse has been opened up. We've never had more crossover. We've had storylines on the Challenge USA about Survivor versus Big Brother. Janelle, she played in the Amazing Race reality star season. And I believe a longtime Survivor fan has talked about potentially going to Survivor someday. So pick number 1 off the board is Janelle.
Yeah, and I think the Survivor cast nowadays are also incorporating older people into it as well. Janelle is, I believe, in her 40s at this point, so it's not necessarily an excluder like it was maybe, a couple of eras back. I think Janelle would be a perfect person to bring on as well, considering that she has recently played on a reality show as soon as Snake in the Grass, which I guess if this is like the EGOT of CBS reality TV, Snake in the Grass is like a Kids' Choice Award or something.
And let it be known, if Janelle goes on Survivor and I'm there, I will be her Philip Shepard to her Boston Rob.
I thought you could say you could be her Izzy.
As well.
Mm-hmm.
As well. You know.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I think this is such a great pick. She has been so vocal about wanting to come on the show. And, you know, I wouldn't have thought that would have been like a big contributing factor, except for the Cirie of it all right now on this season. Like, I can't believe that Cirie just said in a couple of interviews, like, yeah, I'd love to do Big Brother. And Big Brother came knocking. Like, I know Survivor is a different show, but I think that if they are going to want to do the cross promotion in this way, like Janelle is a slam dunk pick, especially because she's been so vocal about wanting to do it.
For me, just on a serious note, hard to envision the scenario, as Omar alluded to, where Survivor does a season that features reality stars. I feel like that of the shows, Survivor takes itself the most seriously. That being said, that multiple Big Brother contestants have competed on Survivor, but that wasn't in the new era.
No.
I also do want to say that, like, Survivor's on twice a year. Like the seasons of Survivor, there's so many more contestants of Survivor than there is Big Brother. So I do feel like that is a contributing factor in some way. And you're right, Rob, that like in the new era, they're not really doing twists anymore, like big casting twists. But you never know. You can go back to the
You never know.
Back to the well.
And also that I do feel like that the like corporate synergy, I think, could be something that is pushed of like, hey, all right, we know that this is how you want to do the show, but we really would love to have these reality stars here on the show. So it may be forced upon the Survivor producers more so than this would be creatively the direction they want to go. Okay. All right.
Also, Maddie's in the chat. Hey, Maddie.
Okay. Hey, Maddie.
Hi,
All
Maddie.
right. Mike Bloom is up. Okay. With
I am
number 2 overall. Mike Bloom.
I'm so happy. This was perfect for me. I also put Omar first because I'm like, he is going to make an out of nowhere pick. Because I feel like there is a consensus number 1 here. Listen, let me pluck for the lowest hanging fruit to the point where I am stooping on the ground. Amazing Race is arguably one of the hardest to get into because you think, okay, you need to have like a significant +1. Maybe you pull the Allison and Donnie and like drag someone from off camera onto it. But here is somebody who, by the end of this 100-day season of Big Brother, safe to say, she'll have multiple family members to compete with on the Amazing Race. I gotta pick Cirie.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Be more obvious, Mike.
Yeah, I thought this was the probably the consensus number 1 pick overall. She falls to Mike Bloom with pick number 2. And Cirie, you know, she's been by way of the Traitors, the Snake in the Grass, Survivor, now Big Brother. Amazing Race seems like an easy one for her. Do we know does Cirie have like any sort of like aversion to flying? Like, does she have something about she won't get on planes like Mr. T or anything like that?
I mean, listen, she's flown to how many Survivor locations? She flew to Costa Rica. She flew to Scotland. I think as long as there's a paycheck attached, she's more than happy to do so. And I do believe in the past she said that she would be amenable to Amazing Race, especially comparatively. They filmed this thing over a month compared to, again, what she's experiencing on Big Brother. That is a walk in the park.
Yeah. I mean, this is the reason for the season. The woman that brought us all here today, the renewed interest in the CBS Trifecta. Yeah, I think that Cirie, if she wants it, I think that it would be there for the taking.
Yeah. Now, look, let me say, I love Cirie. I do not think she'd be a good Amazing Race contestant necessarily.
Not the criteria.
But I think she'd be on it regardless.
It is the show where her superpowers, I think, would help the least.
They'll bring Nana Limbs back for that season.
Well, they did bring the U-turn back, and she could miss everybody into U-turning each other.
Exactly. She'll miss where they'll help her get all the tasks done. Cirie, you don't want to run? I'll do the bricks for you. Don't worry. I'm getting my wagon, and I'll do 7 trips instead of 3.
Now, could the thing that ultimately be hurting Cirie here is it a more natural partner for Jared to go on with Blue? They are very popular. No. Blarid is the thing.
Rob, you're party of one on that one, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Jared
could
could be taking some of Blue's laundry in his backpack.
Good
Think
point.
about it.
Rob,
And I think
stop trying to make Blair it happen. It's never gonna happen.
I don't know.
They
If
can
they
get Lysol
If
wipes
they
on
get
the
married, then what?
I don't know if they'll have room to pack propagalactics in their backpacks.
Yeah, prophylactics. Yeah.
I have to go.
Yeah, will Blue and Jared's wedding be televised?
Yeah,
I mean, listen, quick
C-SPAN.
bang.
Will Jared propose at the finish line?
No,
If so, we should
actually,
have
at
it
Big
on
Brother finale, he's gonna propose. I don't know what you mean.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, Cirie, this was, a pretty, a good pick, Mike.
Yeah, I mean,
well done.
The thing is that, I think unlike some of the BB drafts we did over the summer, this is not necessarily going to be like up to a vote as to, okay, what's the best team? I think it's just whoever gets the first wins. So again, this does feel a bit risky depending on how Cirie feels Fields.
Cirie Fields, yeah.
Yeah, once BB ends. But again, I do think this is a bit of a chalk pick.
Okay. All right. Do you think that the chances increase or decrease if Cirie wins Big Brother?
Increase for CBS, perhaps decrease for Cirie. I think they would want to have her back on reality TV immediately. I don't know if she necessarily has many more dragons to slay. Should she slay BB25?
I would say if she wins, the check would have to be checking to come on Amazing Race. And Jared would have to really want to do it and convince her. You know what I mean?
But you don't think Izzy and Cirie would be the biggest joke, and CBS would be like, "What do we need to do to ditch Jared?" Jared and someone else can come on. I don't care. But the point is, if Izzy and Cirie get a check, are we not all tuning in at least to the first 5 episodes?
I mean, let me put a real big one out here, and again, it doesn't matter how many episodes they spend on here. Give me Cirie and Felicia. Give me Jared's
moms. Jared's moms. God. That's their team name.
Yes. Felicia all the way.
Best team ever.
Now I'm really in it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Again, Mike, great pick. But okay, the draft starts at 3 now. Okay. So Sasha, you are up with the 3rd pick overall, and the choice is yours.
Okay. I think maybe I'll be a bit serious for pick number 1, and then we go really off the rails for next 2. So this way I can be like, listen, I have an anchor. I have a good one. So I have 2 options. I believe I'm going to go with someone that is a little bit more probable, someone that's been around, that's talked a little bit about wanting to be on Survivor. And I am going to go with Claire.
Okay.
Claire. Okay. We just talked to her yesterday on the podcast. Check out that interview if you missed it. And here is Claire. And
did Sasha clarify which Claire are, though?
Be for real.
Yes. Okay. All right. Claire, reality TV super fan. She came in by way of Big Brother, recently won the Amazing Race, would like to do Survivor. Okay, Sasha, talk it through.
Yeah, I think she has a win under her belt and that's not the right word, but she didn't get to win Big Brother. I'll just leave it at that for whatever reasons. She understands it. So do I. It is what it is. But I feel that she's almost seen both sides of the coin. So now she has nothing to lose. She's like, as a fan, this is what I want to play. I think she has really good prowess where she can get enough social skills and she'll talk to the right people. And I don't think they'll see her as a threat just yet. So that's why I feel like she can really get far too. We play to win here.
And I also think, as much as we're talking up Janelle's hunger, I think if there is anyone who is dying the most to be on their 3rd show, it probably is Claire. Claire was the creator of Survivor Michigan. I don't want to put words in her mouth, but I do think perhaps her love for Survivor is paramount, quite literally, among all 3. And so I think
it only pales to her love of Derek X.
I mean, that's the other thing, though. Certainly something I was mulling about in my head, depending on my draft process, is Derek X versus Claire. Who wants it more versus who is more likely to get cast?
Yeah, that's valid.
And I bet you this Claire would never sit out of a challenge.
And what? You can sit out as much as you want. Get out of here, people.
Hey, I wish I could have sat out.
Remember that time Jeff literally made fun of Claire for sitting out and then said, I need 7 of you to sit out or things go bad. Make up your mind, Survivor.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Anything else on Claire?
No, she's winning.
Okay. All right. Great pick by Sasha. And now we come back to Maggie Morgan. Okay, Maggie.
Oh my gosh, I'm so torn. If Rob wasn't after me, okay.
For 2 in a row.
Okay. I'm going to pick someone who is both for the memes and is genuinely, I think, probably going to be the first person.
Okay.
Which is absurd. But it's because I fully believe that The Amazing Race, objectively, is the easiest one of these shows to kind of pop into. And this person was rumored to have already been scouted by The Amazing Race long ago. Maybe I'm wrong about this, but I thought that I had heard this mentioned once upon a time. I'm picking Beast Mode Cowboy.
Oh,
BMC.
Yeah, so
okay.
what you're referring to, Maggie, is that I believe the scuttlebutt for the reality version of The Amazing Race was that Caleb and Ty were rumored to be one of the teams back in the day.
Yep. And then I believe that it was Chris and Brett that replaced them last minute from what the rumors were. And Beast Mode Cowboy could have been the first person to achieve this honor, but there he is. Caleb
Okay,
Reynolds.
I disagree with Maggie here.
Yeah, me too.
I'm going to say that right now. And Maggie can also, before I get into why, can you please consider changing your last name to Maggie Kors Horgan for the duration of BB? Thank you.
You're done.
Yes.
I got yelled at in the comments. I'm not allowed to say that anymore. I only say it on Patron content. Yes, people didn't like that I said that I was.
Wow, but you said you were. Okay, anyways. I think that if if The Amazing Race is going to be more rigorous of their Twitter screenings, as we saw, I don't know if it's going to fly.
Interesting.
I just don't I can't see the narrative of here is Beast Mode Cowboy, with all due respect, who we last saw on reality TV in 2017.
Yeah, 2017.
Why now?
Rob, what was the narrative for him coming on Survivor?
Well, he just had come off of obviously somebody at CBS really liked him. I think that they might have been looking for a Beast Mode Cowboy type, but I mean, he didn't even get on to the Amazing Race season that they were looking at him for 5 years ago. I don't see him sneaking back in now.
I just want to know who he would be obsessed with enough to maybe run after, and maybe that's why he gets on The Amazing Race.
Phil.
No, we know there's a type.
Phil, I gave you a banana. Look inside.
Yeah.
You have my loyalty.
I mean, could he be on a Challenge USA season? I think I could see that.
And then that forays into The Amazing Race.
Yeah,
he makes
I guess so. There's a
on
path.
Challenge USA.
Look, in a world where Seabass and Chris Underwood are on our television screens, look, anything is possible.
Do you think Caleb's reaching out to the poor people at the Amazing Race shelves season right now, being like, I understand. I'll walk you through what the process is like.
Maybe. All right. Beast Mode Cowboy. I mean, Frankie Grande just came back into the house and messed with the laser.
You never know.
Yeah.
Our multiverse of madness.
Oh God, is he going to be Judy chopping at the pit stop?
Thank you. You know what? I have a friend in the chat named Adam who said Maggie getting roasted for a correct pick. I don't know why everybody's acting like I'm so wild for doing this.
I love it.
Amazing
I love
Race
it.
is objectively the easiest show to get on, and to make the
the casting is very hard for The Amazing Race.
I'm obsessed with it. I love it.
I'm sorry. I disagree. I'm telling you. I think Beast Mode Cowboy is
ask
on.
people that okay. And I'm saying with the reality people, man's a low on the
You know what, Maggie? The next time we're in Goose Goose Duck together, I'm going to kill you just for this.
Oh, dude, that's literally a threat.
Yeah.
Leslie threatened killer.
It's okay. Maggie, he'll out himself and the assassin will get him. Don't worry.
All right. So we get down to me, and I have 2 picks in a row, and I wasn't expecting to have 3 different people that I could pick from here in this spot. So, all right. So let me take the one that I feel the best about, and this is a woman who, came out of Big Brother, did the Amazing Race, and I do think that would be a natural to be on Survivor, a feisty competitor. I'm going to go with Rachel Riley.
Yes, Survivor is fun.
Grab your life vests.
Yeah, floaters, grab your life vests in the challenge. Look, again, the rebuttal I made to Omar was exactly the same of this would be the hardest one to squint and imagine, but could there be at some point when Survivor changes up a direction or there's some sort of a mandate from CBS of, okay, this is like the Survivor versus Big Brother, or for whatever reason, they just bring a Big Brother person in. But I think Rachel would be so great to see on Survivor.
Not to mention, she just did an episode with Survivor People in A Snake in the Grass, obviously played as well with Cirie. I think she's absolutely fantastic television. The only qualm I have is that perhaps if Omar's talking about discounting criteria with Beast Mode Cowboy, Rachel does help with the reality TV casting in other areas. Is that pooping a bit too close to where you eat?
They don't care.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So, yeah, I just think that they would let anything slide.
I mean, they've let worse slide.
Yeah.
Let's just say that.
I want Rachel on Survivor so much. Can you imagine a sleep-deprived, starving Rachel? Are you kidding me? I just saw there's a clip on Twitter today that was going around of Rachel and Danny fighting during Big Brother 13. I actively laughed about it all day, like just thinking back, giggling about it. She is reality TV perfection. I knew if I picked Beast Mode that Rachel would go to Rob, and I had to do it just because, like you said, Rob, I don't know if you would have to squint really hard to see her on Survivor in this current era.
Yeah. Okay. It could happen. But I think that the Paramount Plus overlords may need to step in to force it to happen.
I want Rachel on only if Kate Chastain is on at the same time. I need a sequel to that
Kate
showdown.
Would literally.
Kate Chastain.
Are you for real? Oh
no,
brother.
No, I am.
Did you watch The Traitors?
Oh.
Do you watch Below Deck?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, Kate's a queen, but Kate would rather, I think, like glue her eyelid shut than go on Survivor. If you know Kate, be for real.
All right. So round 1 is over, and now I will start off round 2 with another pick. And so, oh wait, hold on. What Sam is changing things. Okay, Sam, do it. You want to do what you were doing? Okay, there you go. All right.
Wrote his nickname in there.
That's who he is.
Not his God-given
I
name.
agree. I think Beast Mode Cowboy is correct.
Okay. Omar has Janelle. Mike has Cirie. Sasha has Claire. Maggie has Beast Mode Cowboy, and then Rob Cesternino has drafted Rachel Riley. Okay, so I'm going to go with somebody that I have 2 different picks that I could go with here, but I'm going to go with the person who I think might have the better shot and leave a very good draft pick to somebody else. But I'm going to go with somebody who may not be front of mind, but somebody who comes up in regards to me quite a bit. Somebody who you could currently see on CBS renovating celebrities' homes in secret, a person that came by way of Survivor, has gotten the Amazing Race, and if they did some sort of celebrity Big Brother, I think that would be a person who would get the call, even though I do not think he would want to go. But look, sometimes you got to keep your name out there in the CBS multiverse, and I'm going to go with Boston, Rob Mariano.
He would never do Big Brother.
Rob has a podcast.
No. Here's how it happens.
What's the
They call
veto?
him in, secret celebrity renovation, like, please redo the Big Brother house. He does. He puts up the walls, refurbishes the HOH room. The door's locked. He can't get out.
Actually,
He's a
low
contestant
key,
now.
you can picture the diary room right now. Hey, I'm the head of my own household. Now look at me now, Ma.
Yeah.
I think he would do Big Brother if it was the celebrity version. Like,
Yeah, I agree, Maggie.
They call him also and they say, hey, Rob, we want you to be on Big Brother, but not the normal version. You are big enough to be on the celebrity version. You're telling me he's not going to be like, oh my God, I'm going to be on celebrity. Like, they want me for celebrity and it's 3 weeks. Yeah, he would do that. Of course he would.
It's 3 weeks. I think they pay these people to show up for Celebrity Big Brother. He could potentially look at it like, hey, I could win pretty easily also. And it's the kind of thing that, we know that there's the writer's strike going on, the actor's strike going on, that CBS is going to be needing the content. I think that a winter Big Brother season, I think, is very much on the table for January, February. So I think that it would serve them well to go for this type of person in their Celebrity Big Brother, as opposed to, these super like D-listers, F-listers that the people that are watching the show are like, who's on this show? At least like give to them reality people that they've heard of.
Yeah, but who's going to run the podcast while he's gone?
Yeah, that's fair.
This is Amazon Rob coming out. He is being sneaky again. Now it's flashing back in my memory to the opening moments of this podcast where he said so innocently, so earnestly, does Celebrity Big Brother count, guys?
Yeah,
and this was his plan the whole time.
Okay.
I mean, I'll admit, the way he was talking, I did not think he was going in this direction. And maybe that leans towards something else that I'm thinking of. But I actually did not expect this early on.
Okay. All right. So Boston Rob Mariano has entered the chat. Okay. That is my pick at number 6. Okay. Snake draft time. Back to Maggie for another pick.
Oh my gosh, this is so hard.
What terrible pick is she going to do now?
Oh my God, Homer. Oh my God.
Why? What is this one-sided feud? Is this just bullying if it's one-sided?
It's okay. It's just Homer.
Cancel.
Okay. I am going to, again, I don't know if, like, the person that I want to pick, I think has a less likely chance, just because I think that it's so hard right now for Big Brother players to get on Survivor. So I am going to choose something that is kind of out there.
Let's do it. Come on, Maggie.
I love this man. I adore this man. I adore his work. His reaction images are ones for the ages. I'm going to pick the great Mike White.
There we go. That's what I was thinking of.
That's
what I was thinking you would pick, Rob.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So Mike White is I thought of Mike White earlier today, and I thought like, okay, he would be a really good pick, but I feel like that Mike White was asked if he would ever do Big Brother, and I feel like that he would not. And I also feel like that has so much going on in his professional career.
No, he does.
I cannot see the scenario where he would want to spend 3 weeks in the Big Brother house.
I mean,
you never know when the next.
It's not like there's some sort of, I don't know, industry-wide strike that's shutting down all productions that may incentivize you to get a quick paycheck by appearing on reality TV for 3 weeks or anything.
That's true. And when is the sequel of the Emoji Movie coming out?
Yeah. I just feel like that
Don't
Mike
ask
White,
Rob.
like his career is so hot.
Yeah.
Is that the look that he would want to present of I'm going to go, especially when he is not he loves Survivor, he loves Amazing Race. I do not believe that he is a noted Big Brother fan. Like if it was a dream of his to do Big Brother, I could see it. But I feel like that even when I did my exit interview with him, famously, I think I did ask him about, would you go on Big Brother? And he was like, I feel like he said no.
To be fair, Rob, he was in a certain state that day.
True.
And maybe if you asked him if he'd won $1 million,
That's true.
he would say no.
Yes, but Maggie.
What if his friend Boston Rob says, I'm putting together Celebrity Big Brother, right? Like I've already talked to Rob from Rob Has a Podcast. It's happening because and now you need to come on. So Boston Rob is leading the charge to get all these people on Big Brother for 3 weeks.
Boston Rob is calling Mike White and be like, "Hey, Mike,
Yes.
come on, we're all doing it. Peer pressure. Come on."
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
Nobody sounds like Tanya.
yeah. All right, but Maggie, here, tell us, make the case.
Yeah, I mean, okay, of course, Mike White's career right now is white hot. He's not doing Big Brother for 5+ years. But the thing is, of course, it's the first person to get on, but it could take 5, 10, you know what I mean? Like this could take a while. I think that Mike also, his sense of humor is such that I do think if we like, who knows, Mike White could be at home right now watching the Cirie season of Big Brother and loving it and being on Twitter and like cackling at all of our memes. And you know what I mean? Like, I think that Big Brother is a show that if you like Survivor and The Amazing Race and you actually sit down and like get into Big Brother, you're going to be into it even more because of just the amount of content that you have. And also, I feel like more than Survivor and The Amazing Race, the comedy in Big Brother, like the actual like jokes that the community at large makes is so up Mike White's alley. So I could see him like, right, maybe, yeah, when you talked to him a couple of years ago, he wasn't into Big Brother, but I could see him in the past couple of years or even starting now moving forward, like getting into it and being like, wait, this sounds amazing. And also 3 weeks of my life, I can complete the trifecta. Who cares? I can meet some hilarious, like, you know, people who are not everybody on Celebrity Big Brother is, but you know, there are some people who you might consider to be Z-list celebrities on there, a little bit washed up. You know, I think that that's something that like Mike would find hysterical. Like I could see Mike writing going on to Celebrity Big Brother and then writing a smash hit HBO show about reality TV.
Season of White Lotus be in the Big Brother house? That's what it should be?
Yeah, that's where Tanya McQuad goes. It's purgatory.
I mean, I see him like Mike could write a absolutely hysterical show about reality television production based off of all of his experience. And I could see him being like, well, might as well do Big Brother for the fun of it. Like, I really feel like Mike, you shouldn't count him out. I think that he really has great reverence also for these shows. Like he wanted to do Survivor so bad. He didn't need the money to go on Survivor. He didn't
I think he wants to do Survivor again. And I think he would. My only question is, would he want to do Big Brother? Because there is not, for some of these other people, I think that they may not want to do it, but they would do it for the money. But I don't think that he would necessarily want to or need to do it for a cash grab.
Do you think Mike would call Alison Grodner and be like, can I suggest some twist ideas? Like, I hear what you're doing, this invincibility thing. Can we nix it? I don't think it's working. Is it fun?
I think they'd take his call. I think so. Okay. All right. There is Mike White, number 7 overall. Let's go back to Sasha. Okay, Sasha, your second pick tonight.
All right. I'm very sad that we only have 3 picks.
I know.
Because I feel like...
Well, it's a trifecta draft.
I understand. But sad. And I do have one more serious pick, but I won't do it because this person might come back to me, might not. Okay. It is what it is. So the person I'm going to pick is going to be a fan favorite, is a favorite already in many hearts and many ears. And this person has ingratiated themselves into a lot of reality moments. No, I'm not going to pick who y'all are thinking, so chill out. So I will be picking, even though I was close to picking who you think I'm picking, I am picking Bryce.
Bryce Isaiah, baby boy.
I thought you were going for my pick.
Okay, a zaddy over here. Okay, let's talk it through, Sasha.
Scrambling to find Bryce's picture.
First person to only have one of the 3 from the trifecta. Okay, so he does have Survivor, which I think is the toughest. Okay, do you see Amazing Race first or Big Brother?
Bryce and Wendell on The Amazing Race. Me thinks it's already written in the stars. It just need Amazing Race just needs to be like, right, we need to figure out this 90-minute and then, do the actual 35, blah, blah, blah. Sure.
Yeah.
I think that's already happened in my mind. Okay, not reality. I am divorced from reality when I'm making my picks. So that is happening. Bryce and Wendell. Okay. And then I think Big Brother comes naturally to Bryce. He is so good at making connections. Every time I talk to Bryce, he makes me feel like I'm the only person in the room. Like, he's really good at social strategy. And I don't know that enough people will remember him from Survivor, maybe from RHAP.
He would kill it on Big Brother.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
I'm manifesting is my point.
Yeah, honestly, like I feel like that maybe the Challenge USA is there maybe at some point in the middle before.
Yes, I agree.
Those things. But yeah, I think that's a really inspired choice, Sasha.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Manifesting it. Yeah. And he's, are you doing it just because you're going to be on with him tonight and you just want to have a natural
what a great tease for Bryce on the Big Brother recap tonight.
Listen, he's doing the recaps. I think it's time that he just goes on the damn show.
Yeah.
That's all.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I think that this is a really, really strong pick. And, we would love to see Bryce return to Survivor, but on The Amazing Race with Wendeezy would be fantastic to see. Or Bryce solo on Big Brother, and then we'll see what happens after that. So, yeah, great pick at number 8.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Certainly, like one of the better picks you could make for the one-time players.
Hey, listen.
Better than any of Maggie's picks.
How dare you?
Oh my God.
Yes. Okay.
Maggie, let's go on a Big Brother pod together.
I don't think I want to after this. This has been such a lovely experience for me.
Again. Oh my God.
Maggie and Omar for The Amazing Race. I want this dynamic to carry forward.
No, challenge rivals.
Okay. All right. So let's go back to Mike Bloom for his second pick. Okay, Mike.
Well, Sasha, the pick was like incredibly out of the box. I love it. But I thought you loved love. And I have no choice but to split up the iconic couple, a pick that will truly make everybody go, ooh. I, of course, am talking about the one and only Derek X.
Derek X falls very far in this draft, all the way down to number 9. I think that many could have seen him going as high as the number 2 pick.
Was my pick. I was waffling between him and Mike.
Yeah. Here's Derek X. Mike, make the case for Derek X.
I mean, the story of Derek X, the little domino that got him onto the big domino of finding a girlfriend on reality television and subsequently winning $1 million by racing around the world, is that he checked out Survivor on Netflix during the pandemic and was like, oh, this is actually really cool. This is something I want to do. And so he's actually not too far away from his girlfriend in Claire for having an interest in Survivor first and foremost. He is someone who was a massive fan favorite on Big Brother and an Amazing Race winner. And the fact that he shows even a remedial interest in Survivor, which may not have been even the case with Big Brother, shows that I think this is someone who I think the most out of this like prognosticated situation you're asking for, Rob, of like, when would Survivor actually ask these people to come on? I actually do think that Derek X checks a lot of boxes in what people would want to see in a Survivor contestant, especially in the new era.
Yeah, I think that he would be great to see back on Survivor. We have, discussed that, would somebody from the new era, like, would they be casting somebody who came from one of the other shows? I think also another question is, does Derek X want to go on Survivor?
I mean, he did back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't imagine him. I mean, I know that he said that the idea of going back on Big Brother stresses him out because it would be a lot of pressure, but he's never done Survivor before.
And honestly, I think out of everyone we've talked about so far, Derek X might be the best shot at winning Survivor, considering that like this dude is so charming, so laid back, that I think this is where the social element of the game would really come out and allow him to thrive.
Yeah, but if he's the 18th house guest, Sasha, could that hurt his chances?
Yeah, maybe. Me think so. Because, he already just did 100 or no, whatever, minus 100 days of Big Brother. Survivor might be too much.
Mhm.
And I also believe that, like, the food might be an issue for him. Famously, when Claire was on with Taryn and DX just jumps in and is like, when are we going to order food, Claire? So
Yeah.
that's why I didn't pick, because me thinks DX is amazing, obviously. And I can see him just like having full meltdown because of the food situation.
No. I understand that, but you don't think the iota, the millisecond that Derek gets off the phone with Jesse Tannenbaum and says, I'm going to be on Survivor, Claire is not instantly putting him through boot camp.
Yeah.
No, because Claire is going to go on with him. So she is not going to train her opponent.
Blood versus water is a thing that's certainly possible. Right. Yeah, could happen.
Claire was in the chat. Claire, tell us, what would you do?
Okay. All right. Derek X, anything else about DX?
I mean, he is also one of these people that has sort of completed, I guess, the invisible corner of this square as well, and being on the Challenge USA, which he admitted was maybe not his type of show. So I do think Amazing Race was kind of veering him back to hopefully this ultimate culmination in the
big favorite when we do the Grand Slam draft to complete the challenge as well. Okay.
Yeah, I also feel just like Derek X is such a fun and like different character than we usually see on these reality type shows. Like he is so charismatic and he brings a lot of he brings a different type of representation to the show, and I think that he would be amazing casting on Survivor. So like, what are you doing? Cast him, you cowards.
So now, because he wasn't allowed to come back home when he lost Big Brother. He was when he won the Amazing Race. Does he get like disinvited from the home again if he doesn't win Survivor?
It's a tough crowd. Now, disinvited from him and Claire's home? Is that what you're saying?
No, from his parents' home.
Yeah, from his parents' home.
You've only won 1 out of 3 reality shows? Get out of my house.
Listen, Omar knows Asian parents do not play.
I do. They don't play. No.
Cirie has been on how many? And you've only been on 2? Maybe 3?
That's exactly it. Yeah.
They would just be like,
on math.
Yeah.
99.
Okay. All right. Trauma. Now we go to Omar. And then round 3 starts back with me again, and then Maggie, Sasha, Mike, and we end with Omar. 6 picks left in this draft. Omar, where are you going?
Is this like a tontine? Like, will we get a prize when it actually happens?
Yes. The prize is that we're all gonna go to dinner, and the winner doesn't have to pay.
Okay, great. That's actually a very similar winning to my my death pool for Vanderpump Rules. So I'm
Vanderpump. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I will go with, so there's 2 people from Big Brother that could follow a similar trajectory to Janelle, but I will not go down that route because I need to diversify the chance of success here. So I'm instead going for somebody, a winner at war, one of 2 that I'm considering here. One has only 1 show to complete it. The other has 2.
No.
But I'm going to go with the one who needs 2.
Yes.
Diaz Twine.
Oh, great choice.
Wow.
That was on my list.
Sandra is always willing to take that call. She's a good sport. She's got a built-in partner with Nina or Courtney or Krista Hastings.
Stop running.
He has more options than Bradley. And
it should be U-turn.
Love Big Brother. And what better show where she could sit in a house for 100
right.
days? She is on it. I think it's more likely than the other winner at war going on BB.
Yeah.
No.
Does every Big Brother season just have a Survivor legend on it? Is that what we're doing from here on out? Yeah. Who says no?
Cross promotion. They want more Survivor fans watching their show.
Yeah.
And what better way than the queen? Staying queen.
She would be great casting. Like, she would be
best in the diary room.
Great casting.
Sandra on Big Brother, I think, is an absolute like sign it into ink. It's happening tomorrow.
Yeah.
Sandra,
but she's got nothing on Beast Mode Cowboy.
But however, I think Sandra would have to be literally dragged onto the Amazing Race. I do not think she's like, I've already seen enough of the world. I'm not doing that shit. I'm gonna sit on my couch.
Yeah, she's like,
you don't think she would show up though, Mike?
For me.
I think she would show up to hand out a clue somewhere.
Yeah, that's fair. That she would be great at Big Brother, and I think that in a way, like unlike Cirie, who I think is like very polished and is like everybody's friend in the house, Sandra can get loud too. Okay,
Yes.
I think
What
we
the
would
F?
get some team fun feeds would be here for sure.
Yeah, and I think the anyone but me strategy really works for Big Brother,
yeah.
right? Where you
Yes.
can, I think you can be so fluid, a floater, not a bad thing. Newsflash. So I just feel like Sandra would be so.
She would
good.
Kevin Jacobs that shit.
Yeah,
Not
and
a
she'd be
big
like,
deal. She would be
this
different.
person
Or the
is mad
1v0.
at you,
Yeah.
and this person is mad at you. Oh, it would be perfection. Please,
Okay.
And then
Sandra.
they could just repeat what they did this season, cast Nina as well, and see if the experiment happens once more.
Nina would kill it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Well, okay. Great pick. Sandra here. Another person with just one leg of the trifecta under her belt. Okay. Sandra Diaz-Twine. All right. So it comes back to me for my final pick now in round number 3. If anybody is forgetful of what has happened in the last 55 minutes, we have Omar has taken Janelle and Sandra. Mike Bloom has Cirie and Derek X. Sasha has Claire and Bryce. Maggie has Beast Mode Cowboy and Mike White. And Rob has Rachel Riley and Boston Rob. Okay, so this is my pick that might be a little bit off the board, but there's still so many interesting names to potentially talk about. So maybe we have to do some honorable mentions at the end. But this is a pick that I'm actually pretty bullish on. We've talked about Survivor is the hardest part of the 3 to get. My person has already got it. Okay. We just need to get cast on The Amazing Race. And certainly we have a couple of different people that would be fantastic partners for her. Yep. And then if we want fun feeds, we would get them with the great Carolyn Weegar.
Yes.
Yeah,
that was on my
You're
list.
wrong, Rob, and you know why? Because I thought of it too. So I pulled up my little texting machine, and she would never do Big Brother.
Okay, all right,
why
that's
not?
fine. That's
that
fine.
was gonna be my one thing. I was like, I am not sure that Big Brother would be Carolyn's jam.
It might not, or her jam.
Yeah.
Oh,
she said, wow, Sasha, spoiler alert. She said she likes to watch Survivor and Dateline NBC. And I said, are you going to try out for Dateline NBC?
Oh, please, God forbid.
No, if you do that, something's bad.
What
happens.
are you doing?
Okay, all right. So maybe the next step is going on The Amazing Race, and then look, who knows?
Then
money
it's right
talks.
there.
Maybe
just do it.
Look, I think the idea of a short season, Big Brother, like we already have the multiverse, basically of the Challenge USA. I don't think a Big Brother All Stars is out of the question, but I also don't think a CBS reality Big Brother season is out of the question, especially if this writer's strike continues on into late into the year.
Rob, from your mouth to the CBS people's ears.
We did it on The Amazing Race a couple of seasons ago. Of like, okay, here's people from Amazing Race, and so let's bring back some Big Brother people. Let's bring in some Survivor All Stars. Bring in some Amazing Racers, maybe.
For Johnny
I
Bananas.
would do anything for that. Like straight up, it would be so good. It would be the best 3 weeks of my life.
It would be great. Everybody would love it. It would be better than Celebrity. And I think that could Carolyn do 3 weeks in the Big Brother house? Come on.
Boston Rob making every
Failed to ask her that part because of your
here's the thing. I cannot leave this earth now until I see Carolyn on the wall. That's what I need now before I shed this mortal coil.
Carolyn in the pressure cooker? Come on.
No, she'd be like, get out of here, guys. I'm too famous for this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think it would be great. She's only got one of the 3, but I feel like that, frankly, I'm surprised they haven't cast her on another show already.
Agreed. I like it. She was on my list.
Okay. All right. I mean, maybe Survivor stops her like, hey, you're ours. You're not going on any other shows. You're Survivor only. But that being said, I think Carolyn would be such a slam dunk. I'm surprised that they haven't like tried to put her on more things. So just give her an hour.
Yeah,
I mean,
feel
you
like,
got nothing else on CBS right now.
well, I do feel like back in the day, they definitely try to be like, especially Big Brother did this with the challenge a little bit of like, hey, you're still ours for a couple of years. I feel like Survivor is walking these contestant dogs into the park and just kind of letting go of the leash at this point. Like, returnees are not in the picture anytime soon. So it's like, yeah, go do what you want to do. Come back to us.
Yeah. All right. So it has come back to Maggie for your third pick. Who are you going to add to round out your team of Beast Mode Cowboy and Mike White?
Okay, so I am not going to pick another guy because I can't have 3 guys on my team. Oh my gosh. I also am going to pick somebody who has only been on one of the shows, but has voiced all over social media that they would love to do Survivor, that they're dying to do Survivor. And, you know, when they were iconically on their first season, they had a secret alliance that I feel like would be a great Amazing Race team. So I'm going to pick my queen, Danielle Reyes.
Danielle Reyes.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, she has talked for a long time about wanting to do Survivor and how she would be more likely to want to do Survivor than Big Brother again. One of my all-time faves, Danielle Reyes. So great pick there. Maggie, do you want to talk that through any further?
Yeah, just basically, I know, you know, Survivor is really, it is the stick in the mud here for me of like, I don't know that they would cast, you know, somebody like Danielle on Survivor because of the new era and they want to get, you know, new people in. But I think that if you are going to the well, you're grabbing Danielle. You know, if you're going to grab a couple reality people, like she's absolutely first round, like she's going to be in there, especially because she really wants to do it. And I also think that, you know, like, she's the type of person you get her on TV. She's just so amazing and dynamic. If she did end up on Survivor, she would end up on Amazing Race the next season because she's just an obvious pick. Have her child come with her. Have, you know what I mean? Have her, the person who she works with on Survivor, you know, she's just a slam dunk for casting, you know?
Yeah, and I mean, she has very recently come back into the picture, courtesy of the time laser. To the point where people were speculating that she would be coming back to a Big Brother. So I think her popping her face up for the first time in more than 15 years, I think certainly helps that case.
Yeah, and I think that she would be an inspired choice for Survivor. I think that really Survivor, especially with Jeff in the casting mix, I think that they would be, as much as they would be anti-casting a Big Brother type, they certainly would frown upon the influencer types that are there. But I mean, Danielle is a mom. They sometimes struggle with casting this archetype on the show. And so she's somebody that would be able to come in and give them a great story as well. They might also look at it like, well, she hasn't been on Big Brother in 15 years. It's not like that she's coming right off of that. And she's also a beloved figure. So I think that, and look, she gets on that phone call with Jeff. She's winning him over.
You know, I did think that this was a good pick, Maggie. You know, as many of the issues that you've had with me, I think that you did a great job here. And maybe you just can't pick men. Maybe that's the problem.
So when I win this draft, I'm actually going to uninvite Omar from dinner.
I'll support it. I second that motion.
We'll close the
I
board.
only hate on those I love.
Okay. All right. So if Maggie wins, the stipulation is Omar is not invited to the victory.
Can I get the takeout though?
Yes, but does he still have to pay? Because that's really not fair to the rest of us, Maggie, that we're supposed to split the tab.
No, he's paying for me and he's not invited.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like
you can
it.
Venmo
Okay,
us.
deal.
Okay. All right. All right. Let's go back to Sasha. All right, Sasha, you get to close out your draft team.
Yes. Here's the thing, right? I have options, but maybe I'll save them for the honorable mentions. I think I'll allow that. So I will pick, I think, yeah, okay. I'm going to pick Natalie. I think it's the right thing to do. I got scared that Omar was going to pick her.
I left her for you.
Yeah, because then I was like, don't do it, Omar. So that spooked me. And I was like, you know what? I got to let the chaos go for a second.
Yeah.
I don't think she's actually going to do it, but I don't care. My team is #teams not based in reality, team wishful thinking. So I think that she would be really funny, and she's a badass. She has done so well. And honestly, twin twist. Let's do it.
Oh, you think her and Nadia should switch in and out?
Why not?
Well,
Yes.
she was so. I mean, she did it on an exit interview with you one time, Rob. I'm honestly surprised she did not go higher. I thought she had said a few years ago that she wanted to do Big Brother. Has that attitude changed, and I just don't remember it?
I'm not
After the
sure.
challenge,
I feel like that
sure.
she would not love being cooped up in that Big Brother house. So I suspect even less now than maybe at any point in the past that she would want to do it. But, you know, like, again, we talk about the idea of the short season Big Brother season as an option. And could they talk her into coming back? She is a woman who has done the challenge, not of the USA variety, but of the MTV variety. And maybe you could talk her into coming in for Big Brother for a month.
Honestly, this is who I want on Talking with T-Bird, right? Like, what is my girl up to?
Yeah, that's
Where
a good
you
one.
at? Can we be
T-Bird.
friends?
Yeah.
How do
Make
we
it
make this
happen.
work, please? Because I'm on the quest of making friends with every South Asian contestant, obviously. So, Natalie, please come back. What do I gotta do? I'll fight everyone. I ask Rob. I'm a shooter. I will fight people. So just let me know. Tag me in, Queen. Tag
Who
me
are you
in.
fighting?
Whoever goes against her.
Oh,
Auntie does
okay.
what Auntie needs to.
Listen, tell them.
All right, Natalie Anderson. Okay,
Love it.
Strong pick, of course, of The Amazing Race, of Survivor, Survivor Winners at War. Okay,
I mean, she'd be incredible. Think about what she did to John Rocker, and think about the people that are sometimes cast on Big Brother. Right there.
Oh my god.
Okay.
She would be mwah. You want to talk about team fun feeds?
All right. So now we're down to just 2 picks left in the draft. Okay, Mike Bloom, we come back to you.
So this one's going to be, I wouldn't say off the board because they've done 2, but I don't think someone that some people would necessarily consider because their life has changed astronomically since their last show that they were on. In fact, if you looked at a picture of them, you may not even recognize them. They have one show left to complete. It is Survivor. And look, Survivor has done a wonderful job diversifying its casting, but we know Survivor loves a couple things. It loves people from Middle America, and it loves firefighters and police officers. So give me the 3-time Evictee fan favorite, Elfit Victor Arroyo.
Okay. Yeah, this is a good pick.
Is he from Middle America?
Well, now he is, I think.
But like, you know, I don't know if that.
Show what he looks like now. That is Middle America. If you see a picture of him now, baby, that's Middle America.
Okay, here we'll come back to that.
What am I gonna do without the kids? What am I gonna do with the kids, Mike? While Victor's gone.
Yeah, no, I really do think
Mike's
that Victor would be an interesting pick.
Yeah, I think Victor. Now listen, the bloom is a bit up a rose. Again, Victor was on what, like 3-4 years ago on reality television, but I think the narrative of him coming back is almost irresistible, right? This is a man who's now a father, who's changed careers to protect and serve, who's doing it for his wife, for his child, for all the people out there that he's protecting. Like, just imagine that monologue that Jeff Probst would be giving to him. Not to mention the fact that, like, obviously he was a physical specimen in Big Brother 18. And even though, again, he might not necessarily be going down that path nowadays, like, again, I think he has that endurance style that they would want in a Survivor contestant. I think even I could see a route where, like, Victor was cast back in, you know, if the pandemic hadn't happened and Survivors kept going in this direction for like 41, 42, I could see Victor get cast there almost in the vein of a beast mode cowboy. It would be a little bit of odd timing to bring him back now, but I think there's a story to do so.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of a stretch, but I could certainly like squint and see it. I mean, Survivor is going to basically have like a firefighter or a police officer on every single season, you know.
Yeah, it's the village people.
It's a good looking guy, you know, has a bit of a pedigree. I just think though that, you know, Survivor probably gets 1,000 applications from, you know, other firefighters or police officers that they could go with that could fit this bill. So I just get the sense that they would go with a newbie as opposed to go to Victor in this spot.
But I agree with Mike that I think this is like Jeff loves this archetype and this type of comp beast and firefighter and like, oh my God, look where he's from and look at his family. I'm with you that I think he is, almost that, like, he fits that archetype so well that, and he's not almost famous enough where Survivor would be like, oh, like he's, like he is I don't know who. Oh, he's a Janelle, right? That we, the name precedes the person. I don't think he's that. So I think there's a way that there's people know him, but they aren't like gonna tune in just for him. And I think that's a leg up on Survivor.
No Coco Caliente fans tuning in for him.
There's 5. I know.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Omar, you have 1 pick left in this draft.
I'm
okay.
so scared.
Okay.
And then we'll do some honorable mentions.
Yeah.
Okay. So, actually, a question though, like, what if we do all of this work? We're set to go out to dinner, but then it ends up being Laura that bones that ham. No one's gonna pick her. Anyway, my thought is that my final one here is going to be, I was really struggling here between Kelly Wentworth and the person I actually chose. Because Kelly's getting really into Big Brother now. Farm Guy 69, it's all there for the Amazing Race. But I'm actually going to go with a one-time Survivor player because I think that he would do amazing on Big Brother. Excellent feeds, excellent diary rooms, and he has a already ready to go partner for the Amazing Race. He's going to complete the CBS Trifecta. He's going to poop in the ocean. It's Jam Jam.
Jam Jam.
Yeah, he was on my list as well for one-timers. I think, obviously, there's been so much scuttlebutt about him and Carolyn as an Amazing Race team during Survivor 44, and he would also just be a natural in that Big Brother house.
I mean, he would
100%.
waltz through. He would waltz through the game. Like, you want to talk about somebody who, like, the Cirie social level of player is somebody, like, those skills translate unbelievably to the Big Brother house, and Jam Jam is that person. Like, that is his specialty. Like, he's got the charm. He's got the strategic mind. He's got the unassuming presence. Yeah, exactly. Like, he would waltz through.
Now, the question is, he already got the gratification. Does he necessarily need to go on those other 2 shows?
Well, yes, I think so. And honestly, I'll shoot my shot here too. Jam Jam is the most likely to not only, well, I don't think he's the most likely to, I think Janelle is.
I don't appreciate the insider trading.
He is going to win all 3 shows as well.
Wow. Oh, that would be huge.
Okay, yeah. Proclamation.
Okay. Yeah, Jam Jam's a solid pick. Would love to see him on the Big Brother house. It would be very fun feeds. Which Amazing Race partner does he get? Carson or
Carolyn?
Yeah. It would be amazing.
Great TV.
Yeah.
Would they? And the optimal like Amazing Race story arc for them is the bottom feeders that just make it past every time, and then they end up winning at the end. I think that would be it.
Yeah, I need Jam Jam consistently freaking out about like consistently being on the bottom, because that's their narrative as well, right? They love to be underdogs. I mean, Jam Jam would be incredible in Big Brother, considering that his self-professed superpower was that he could always tell when somebody was lying to you. Considering particularly this season, the level of lying that these people are not capable of in this Big Brother house, Jam Jam would absolutely gobble a typical Big Brother season down.
Okay. All right. Great job. Okay. And so that will round out Omar's team with Jam Jam. And so Omar walks away with Janelle, Sandra, and Jam Jam. Mike gets Cirie, Derek X, and Victor. Sasha has Claire, Bryce, and Natalie Anderson. Maggie has Beast Mode Cowboy, Mike White, and Danielle Reyes. And Rob gets Rachel Riley, Boston Rob, and Carolyn. That is your trifecta drafts. We'll see over dinner someday who will be the person to walk away with the win. Let's do some quick honorable mentions. Okay. Can I throw one out? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Somebody who is currently competing on CBS reality TV. What about Corey Wurtenberger? Hear me out.
Yeah.
Hear me out. Okay. Corey Wurtenberger, after the season is over, has probably not one but 2 shots at the Amazing Race with both brother Zach and Corey stands. There's something for you this week. And then, I mean, if we're going to do Survivor, blood versus water again, I mean, you could see it. The Wurtenberger brothers.
Now, could we instead do a Freaky Friday thing where for one season, Zach goes on Big Brother and Corey goes on Survivor to see directly if they can do better than each other?
Look, maybe.
Will he, when Corey, is voting out someone on the parchment, will he be like, and again, I beat you, Zach?
And will Zach get into a showmance with Canada?
Maybe.
Oh. Maybe Zach goes on Big Brother Canada.
Yeah. Okay.
And wins
fun. And
Canada's favorite player.
Approved by Stephanie Wurtenberger.
There we go.
Icon, legend.
Yes. Let's look at the profile pic. Yes.
I can only imagine the sense of humor that Stephanie Wurtenberger has to have produced 2 hilarious men for our entertainment. I love
Okay.
it.
I've ever met.
All right. Let's keep going.
All right. Let me
mentions.
let me throw out a 2-timer here that I don't think would be likely, but Eliza Orland's on Big Brother would be so much fun.
It'd be great.
In a show that is rampant with paranoia, the woman whose eyes seem to be large at all times would be an absolute delight to watch on feeds.
Mm-hmm.
I did insider trading that one too. It's a no-go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I would imagine so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought she could come in with the Mimi angle, right? Of like, I've worked in politics. I know how to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's real. But I think she'd be like, you're like Mimi. She'd be like, you're all so dumb, and I'm so tired of being here.
Yeah.
Please.
And she would also
me.
be like, yeah, it may be 100 days, but this is not as hard as it was back in the day.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of people in the chat bring up Hayden Moss, and like, yeah, that's my thought.
Well, he hasn't been on reality TV in like a decade.
But Maggie, that seemed right up your alley as a choice. I don't know.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
We're going for team fun feeds on all ends.
Right.
Okay.
I mean,
Thank you.
and
Sasha
Hayden,
understands.
Hayden does have probably the hardest 2 legs of the trifecta to get in Big Brother and Survivor, but hard to squint and think about like who his Amazing Race partner would be and what the storyline.
No.
Yeah.
What about James Wallington? I mean, he has the 2 biggest ones ahead, but he's a big enough fan. You could see it maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would like that, but I don't know. Yeah.
And he definitely has obviously made bonds with Big Brother and Survivor people when he was on the Challenge USA. So I think if there were to be like an Amazing Race crossover, I think he would be one of the first people to try to get that foot in the door.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I have one more.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. I have Rob Cesternino.
Oh.
He was almost Josh Feinberg.
Yes.
Right?
Listen.
I was almost on The Amazing Race.
I was almost on both of those other shows.
That's what I'm saying.
Wait. Who were you almost on The Amazing Race with, Rob? I didn't know that.
I got that. So they called Stephen Fishback to see if me and him wanted to do The Amazing Race during the reality season, but Stephen was getting married.
Wow. Would you have done it?
I think so. Yeah.
Yes. So the point is, I need you to go on these shows, and I need you to go on the Traders. So that my point is like, when are you moving?
Probably when they call.
Excuse me, CBS, get it together. We are waiting. You have all these people running. So the point is, I almost picked Rob, but I didn't want people to be like, "Oh, you're sucking up."
Here, let me throw one out here because this is never going to happen. But a man can dream, and a dream of mine would be seeing Rupert Boneham on Big Brother. Yeah. It would be the closest thing we've had to Jerry, I think, of just this aloof man sitting there being like, I don't know what this Zingbot's doing. I need to wring his neck.
Yeah, they should have cast Rupert instead of Red.
Oh, I would have loved that.
Would have been better.
You're a great guy.
The thing is,
Cirie and Rupert.
Okay, bring back
together
Rupert,
again.
but bring back the Jody twist too. That I would take.
Sure.
I will say, like, with Rupert, truly though, like, you want to talk about like iconic Survivor, like people still, like, you could put Rupert on Celebrity Big Brother and the celebrities would walk in and be like, the guy from Survivor. Like, all you got to do is get him in there with a tie-dye shirt, and you know what I mean? Like, he is like Boston Rob level of Survivor icon.
Who wants to see my ballerina tard?
I made the skirt myself.
His exit interview with Julie, he says, "So much for my dreams."
He's that. Like, I don't care if a fan fiction is written. This would just be. That would just be so incredible.
Okay. Garrett in the chat says it would never happen, but Ethan Zahn is one I forget that has 2 out of 3. I think that could be an interesting one if they did again, that short season. I think that Ethan would hate being on Big Brother. He would never want to do it. But if they said, hey, 3 weeks, maybe he considers it. I've got another one-timer, actually a pair of one-timers. Could anybody from the Frankenship that I feel like that the Amazing Race is not out of the question? And then once we get there, could Franny sneak into a Big Brother cast?
Yes.
Yeah, I fear for Matt because Matt got so hosed by a twist last time. I don't want him anywhere near Big Brother because
oh my god, he need so much therapy. He trusts no one after.
Yeah,
I also think that Brittany Haynes falls in the Janelle, Rachel Riley.
I don't think she would do Survivor. Like,
I think she would. I think she said she would.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'll throw out another one-timer here because she has been making a killing on the Challenge USA. Give me Michaela Bradshaw. I think she would be similarly. I think she would bring that sort of energy to Big Brother that we've been talking about with a bunch of other players, and then like put her with anybody either from her shows or from her life on The Amazing Race, and I think she would absolutely kill it.
I thought you were going for Mish Fitz.
Mish Fitz would be another good one.
Yeah, another one the chat really
I think the tough thing is that she's really, I think, now in with the MTV stuff that is kind of tough to extricate her. Michaela, I think, has only dipped her toes in those waters.
Yeah. Tony, the Afghanimals would die on Survivor. Like, please. There's no cats. Like,
no cats.
No.
Okay, and then let me just throw out somebody who, close friend of Omar, could Marianne be somebody in the mix for the trifecta?
I would have drafted Marianne if Marianne's
insider trading.
But if it was Canadian things allowed, I think it would be possible.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, what a great fun draft this was. It went by so quick, and this is a really fun one. Okay. We've got Big Brother coming up. Episode starts in 20 minutes, and then we will have a recap for you back 15 minutes after the episode ends. So stay tuned for that. Omar, what's going on with you these days?
I am working and studying working and studying. But I'm when that Zingbot comes around, you give me a shout.
You want to come on the podcast when the Zingbot comes?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right, Sam, book Omar for the recap on the Zingbot Wednesday veto episode. Okay. All right, Omar, thank you for playing along.
I love you, Maggie.
All right.
Move on.
Mike, what's going on with you these days?
I'm talking a crap ton about these very shows that we were just speaking about. Big Brother is going strong, as is the Challenge USA, and I'm doing exit press for both of those. We've also recently restarted the B&B. Leon and I had Ira Madison III on this past weekend from the Keep It podcast. That was a fantastic time, so check that out. And I am gearing up for what's to come in the fall. In case you missed it, the cast of The Amazing Race 35 dropped yesterday. At the time we are recording this, I have photos, bios, and I got to do exclusive preseason interviews as well with all 13 teams over at parade.com. Wow. And then, Rob, you and I will be getting together with Jess in a short time later to preview that. And I will say Survivor 45 is imminent. We have seen the myriad of commercials. If and when that arrives, you know that Rob and I are going to preview that. I got the chance to talk face-to-face in quotations with those 18 castaways. I'm excited to debut those interviews for you in podcast and written form. Bunch of stuff going on post-show recaps as well, but everything is pumped out over at a Mike Bloom type on all social media.
Okay, great job tonight, Mike. Sasha, what about for you?
Yes, as for me, as you said, I cover with Kirsten McKennis, Mess Magnets. It is a celebrity gossip hot mess. You name it, we're talking about it. So check that out. And with Chappelle, I'm talking Below Deck Down Under. Another person got fired, Rob.
Oh my God.
3 people
Not even
are
Gary,
down.
Another person?
No, another man. It was bad.
God.
Safety issue this time. But yes, we've got lots of firings to talk about. Check that out. And over on post-show recaps, I'm still talking Special Ops Lioness with Jason Reed, and for everything else I'm doing. Oh, and I'll be on tonight.
Yeah.
In 1 hour, right? Ish. No more. But talking with Rob again, Big Brother. So excited.
It's going to be a fun Big Brother podcast tonight. Myself, Sasha, Bryce, and Taryn tonight after the episode. So be sure to join us for that after the eviction. Maggie, we had fun on the slop on Monday night.
We had so much fun. It was great. I loved the short. You know, I was told that it was for patronize only. So there was no makeup or hair done for the slop. And I was shocked to see a clip from it pulled for social media. But I will
speak to the social media team about that.
The clip was so funny that I agree. It was worth the way that I was presented. But we had so much fun. If you're not a patron, what are you doing? You know, like, what are you even get with the program?
How about this? If you're not a
come
patron,
hang out with us.
You fine. You don't get to see it. Okay.
Yeah. Well, come hang out with us though. You know, like all the patron content. Rob has been killing it this season with the patron content. Love all of the new shows, everything that we've been talking about behind the patron wall. And yeah, you can find me on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads at @MLMorgan_.
Okay. All right, Maggie. Great job. No matter what Omar says, great job tonight. Thank you for being here with us. And thank you all so much for watching. We are going to have some fun Big Brother coming up tonight. So be there with us live. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast. Go to robhasawebsite.com/subscribe or hit that subscribe button here on YouTube and that bell notification to know whenever we have a live show. Take care, everybody. Have a good one. Bye.